I am going to fly the drone over now. I'm going to just take off.
Oh, you know.
Absolutely.
You're not allowed. There's overhead lines, power lines. It's against the law. You do that, we'll phone the police and you'll be arrested.
Oh, don't phone police. Come on, that'd be silly, wouldn't it? I will be quick, I promise. I'll fly over and you'll just see it go across a few times and I won't be long, yeah? See my drone license?
Yeah.
You don't need to...
Flying it over our facility, I need to see your license.
You don't need to see my license. Why would you need to see my license?
Property, and we've got intellectual property on that facility.
I'm about to take it over now.
I'm not taking it over.
I'm definitely...
Phone the police.
Don't phone police. Come on, that's silly, isn't it? Just for a bit of drone footage.
Yeah.
Come on, don't be silly. Come on. Got two of them now.
Stop filming as well.
But, come on, don't be like that. Come on.
You've been asked politely 3 times.
You're at 999 in that, I hear. Oh, are you kidding? Ring 101, that'll take ages, 101, won't it? But so I'm going to take it off soon, but don't be like that, come on.
Calling 999 for non-emergencies isn't just unnecessary, it's dangerous. Every false alarm ties up critical lines and resources that could be saving lives. And yet, that's exactly what happens when security calls in officers just because someone is lawfully recording in public. Instead of handling it calmly, they escalate a perfectly safe situation into a police response that never should have happened. This isn't just a one-off mistake, it's part of a bigger problem. Emergency dispatchers, security staff, and even frontline officers clearly need better training on the public's right to record. Too often, everyday lawful actions get mislabeled as suspicious or threatening, not because they are, but because they make someone uncomfortable. Even the responding officer in this case admitted confusion about the actual rules. That alone shows why smarter, fact-based training is urgently needed, so policing resources stay focused on real threats, not harmless cameras.
Okay, do you want to tell me then what you've been doing?
I'm not going to tell you anything that I don't need to tell you.
Right, okay.
You've just come here and just accosted me for nothing.
Right.
We've got guys out there shouting through, he needs to delete that footage.
Yes.
I need to delete my footage.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
There are basically 3 rules with filming. Very similar to the use of CCTV. Yeah?
Here we go, come on. Come on, Cop explain.
If you're filming yourself, you can do what you like.
Ooh, yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, you're filming me, you can do what you like, I don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
More than welcome to. Okay?
Yeah.
If you're filming a private space, so if you are filming, well, initially if you're filming a public space, you can do, but you need to be willing to show that footage to whoever asks. You also need to comply with the Data Protection Act, which means that you need to be willing to delete that footage should they ask.
The officer doubles down, insisting, "You've got to wipe that data protection law." Sounds official, right? Wrong. That's pure fiction. The Data Protection Act 2018 regulates how companies and public bodies handle personal data. It has nothing to do with what a private citizen films in a public place. If you're standing on a street corner recording for your own use, there's no law that forces you to delete footage, surrender your camera, or reveal what you captured. Bottom line, no statute requires you to hand over or erase lawful public recordings. Just misleading claiming otherwise isn't. It's a misuse of authority.
Yes?
No, yeah, you've got that all wrong, honestly.
No, I haven't.
Of course you have.
No, I haven't, because it's
it was covered by data protection, right? Can I just explain that? I'll tell you that. I'll let you on.
Yeah,
I'll let you know then. Yeah.
Go on then.
Data protection only applies to businesses. It doesn't apply to individuals. There you go. Look, that's your first mistake. Yeah.
It does apply to individuals. And if you're saying it only applies to businesses, that's a business, and they've asked you to delete it.
No, I'm not a business so I don't have to delete it.
Right, you do.
You're talking rubbish on camera.
Ask you to.
You're talking rubbish on
because
camera.
Because otherwise, no, I'm not talking rubbish, because otherwise, what you're doing is surveillance. Have you got a ripper? Have you applied for a ripper? Do you know what a ripper is?
A what, sorry?
A ripper.
What's a ripper?
A ripper? No. A ripper is the paperwork to allow you to do surveillance, which is what you're doing with that.
You might hear someone claim RIPA makes it illegal to film in public. But let's be real, that's nothing more than a tall tale. The Regulation of Investigatory Powers Act 2000, RIPA for short, was written to control covert surveillance by police, intelligence agencies, and a handful of official bodies. It's about wiretaps, hidden cameras, and intercepting communications. What it is not about. Everyday citizens pulling out a phone and recording in public. Oh, whether you're snapping holiday photos, filming for the news, or vlogging for YouTube, RIPA doesn't touch you. If it did, every tourist with a selfie stick would technically be breaking the law. Yet in this clip, we see an officer lean on Ripa to intimidate a bystander, using rules that were never meant to apply. That's not enforcement, that's bluffing.
I'm not doing surveillance, that's silly. I'm doing aerial photography.
Yeah, which is surveillance. Form of surveillance.
Can you identify yourself, please? Because you just walked up to me. And yourself, lady.
Oscar 964.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So what you are doing is surveillance. You've just said you're taking photographs. Yeah?
I haven't said that. I've not confirmed anything.
Right, that's a form of surveillance. You're telling me that you're filming, that you've filmed over there. That is a company. They've asked you to delete the footage of what you're filming there, of what you filmed there.
I won't be deleting.
Are you refusing to do so?
Well, obviously, there's nobody. I'll tell you what. I'll let you know then. I'll let you know the law, that, yeah.
Right.
Only a court can make me delete that footage.
Right.
Ordering someone to delete their recordings isn't how the law works in the UK. The reality is straightforward. If you capture video, that footage belongs to you. The only way it can legally be taken or erased is through a court order or a properly authorized search warrant. Even frontline officers don't have the authority to demand you wipe your material on the spot. If the police believe your recordings are linked to a crime, they must follow procedure under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, which allows for a formal seizure, but only when there's a genuine basis for suspicion. Anything outside of that framework, like pressuring someone to delete lawful footage, crosses into very serious territory. It could be seen as tampering with evidence or even an abuse of power, both of which undermine trust in policing and weaken the integrity of the justice process.
There you go. You can't delete it, you can't ask me to. Right. Well, you can ask me to, but I don't have to.
There is a government ombudsman that deals with footage like that.
Lovely.
Okay?
Yeah.
They can take you to court, certainly.
Yeah.
And they will prosecute you, and they will fine you. And it is hundreds of thousands of pounds. Because it's the same rules and regulations that we use for surveillance.
All I would say is, good luck trying to get £100,000 out of me. I literally haven't got £100,000.
If you don't pay that, then it's potentially a prison sentence, then, isn't it?
Ooh, prison. God, I don't want to get.
The idea that someone could be hauled before an ombudsman just for filming on a public high street is pure myth. In the UK, the authority that oversees data protection is the Information Commissioner's Office, and their focus is on how companies, public agencies, and organizations handle personal information. The rules do not apply to private individuals recording everyday life in public spaces. As for surveillance laws, the Investigatory Powers Act only covers covert monitoring carried out by intelligence services and police. It has nothing to do with a tourist taking a selfie, a vlogger filming a street scene, or anyone else openly using a camera in a public setting. The law is clear. You are free to record in public without filling out forms, asking permission, or worrying about instant penalties. No officer order you to delete your footage unless they have judicial backing through a magistrate or judge. When people throw around threats of fines or suggest you're breaking the law by filming in a public square, it's just bluster or a misunderstanding of how the law actually works. The bottom line: stay calm, know your rights, and remember, recording in public places is lawful, not a crime.
I'm asking you nicely, will you delete the footage that you filmed over there?
You can ask, can't you?
I can ask? Cool.
I've not confirmed or denied whether I'm going to delete the footage.
Will you delete the footage? Please.
What would you do if I don't delete the footage? I'm going back over in a minute. The drone's going back up in a minute.
Right. Okay, well, potentially we can get officers here to arrest you and take you away.
Arrest me for what? Go on, listen,
Right,
what law?
breach of data protection.
That's not. You're under arrest for breach of data protection.
Right.
Yeah. You don't have to say anything when questioned. Yeah. Under arrest for data protection.
When it comes to data protection laws, let's be clear, they don't apply to everyday filming in public. These rules are designed to regulate how companies, government departments, and public organizations handle personal information. They have nothing to do with someone casually recording life on a busy street. If you're filming outside a cafe, in a park, or across a town square, you're not committing a crime. The law does not allow anyone to detain you just for using a camera in public. Even when companies break data protection rules, the consequences usually involve fines or regulatory investigations, not criminal jail sentences. And the footage being discussed, the officer himself acknowledges that he's only a community support officer, not a fully sworn constable. That distinction matters, because it means he doesn't hold the same powers of arrest. If he wanted to detain someone, he would have to call in regular police officers to take over. That reality makes his threats ring hollow. Without legal backing, the warnings amount to little more than bravado, not enforceable authority. Public filming remains lawful, and using data protection as a scare tactic is simply a misrepresentation of the law.
You're talking nonsense.
I'm
You
not.
really are talking
I'm
nonsense. When the actual police officer gets here,
Yeah.
if I bother waiting for him, I might just get the footage now and drive off on my bike.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might just do that, but we'll see anyway. I'll tell you what, we'll wait for the officer to come and he will tell you you're talking absolute nonsense. You'll just walk off like and that'll be it. Get in the car and go. Are you going to go now so I can finish my drone footage?
No, I'm not.
You're not going to go?
No, I'm not. No. You seem to be enjoying filming me, so.
This is crazy. So, are you going to waste police time just by standing here?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're intent on doing that, so.
I'm not intent on wasting police time. I'd like you to go so I can finish my drone footage.
Well, I've asked you to delete the footage. I've asked you.
When the request is made to politely move things along, the officer refuses to back down. Instead, he admits outright that his presence is mainly about keeping the police occupied rather than resolving any actual issue. He makes it clear he won't leave until the footage is deleted. Despite having no legal authority to demand such a thing, by this stage, the situation is no longer about upholding the law. It becomes about asserting dominance and trying to control the scene. What should have been a simple, routine check quickly escalates into an unnecessary standoff. And why? Because the officer chose to pursue control instead of maintaining calm, measured professionalism.
Yeah, because I don't really want to.
Right. And you've not even explained yourself as to why you don't want to.
I just don't feel like it.
Don't feel like it.
Yeah. Like, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Why did you have it? You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. And as I say, you don't feel like it. You're being completely obstructive. I've been completely reasonable with you. I've spoken to you politely.
Can I just explain to you the situation, right, from a high level point of view, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So go on then.
I'm stood in a public place.
Yep.
This is a public place. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm filming from a public place. I'm flying my drone from a public place. I'm abiding by all the drone laws.
Right.
I'm abiding by all the filming laws.
Right.
You guys have come here telling me I'm committing an offence.
Yep.
And now you stood there and you won't leave.
Right.
And you've admitted that you're going to stand here wasting police time.
Right. Okay.
Crazy. We're in a really crazy situation here.
Okay. I've asked to see the footage. Why aren't you going to show me the footage?
I don't have to and I don't want to.
Right.
I've got more footage to get yet. You know what I mean? I've literally got, I'm running out of time to get all this droned over. I've got some other places I need to get to.
If you filmed somebody and somebody asks you to then delete it, you have to be willing to at least show them with it and explain why you're not going to delete it, and explain to someone in authority.
Under what law? That ends the conversation, doesn't it, really? Under what law? If you explain to me the laws that require me to do something, if you